Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala. Hey, partner, it's week number 8.
That is absolutely incredible, Jeff, how fast this season has gone. We've seen some good football. We're going to see a good one tonight here on homecoming for the Essexville Garber Dukes.
We have seen the full myriad of weather this year. This is a very seasonable, great late fall football weather night.
Yeah, it's exactly what football weather is supposed to be. We started the season with, temperatures in the mid to high 80s, a lot of humidity, and we are in golf shirts and shorts. And then one night it's raining, and tonight no rain, but we got a nice brisk breeze out of the northwest. And but the field's in good shape. We took a walk down there, so this is typical football weather. But I know a couple girls, a couple of ladies on that homecoming court might not think this is such great weather tonight.
Yeah, they were saying where was homecoming in week number 2, but you're dealing with a team tonight from Shepherd that's only got one win on the season. Now, that win was against Bullet Creek, so common opponent, both victors against Bullet Creek this year. But it's a game that I think that Garber looks at for the year saying, hey, if we play our game tonight, we got a great chance.
Well, they're coming in at 4-3, Jeff, or 3-4, I'm sorry, 3-4, with a good opportunity in the next couple weeks to possibly get in that playoff. But you've got to take care of business tonight against the Shepherd Blue Jays. Shepherd's going to come to play. They know that they're not going to be able to go to the playoffs, so this could be a team that you can't take too lightly with that 1-6 record. But, Shepherd's always had a good program, good kids. They'll be solid tonight.
Player I'm going to be interested to seeing tonight that I know they're going to feature, and that's Jake Denham. That size and speed at wide receiver should be a big factor in the game.
Throw it up to Jake. He's 6'4", 6'5", and he can go up and get it. He's got wingspan of a 747. We've seen him on the basketball floor, so he can go get it. They're going to throw to him. You'll see maybe a couple different looks at the quarterback position tonight. Manny Jopic, the last time we were out here, Jeff, we watched him play against Millington, had a fine football game. So I talked to Coach Quillard before the game. You had an opportunity to talk. He feels pretty confident. He was kind of strutting around, big smile on his face. He had a great week of practice. And this is a tough week, homecoming week, get kids focused in on practicing football because there's a lot of outside activities going on. So he looked like he felt good about his squad.
They started the year 2-0, and they had 2 wins against major programs. But then that thing called Tri-Valley starts, and the Tri-Valley year in and year out makes you have to be ready to play each and every week.
That's a good league, man. You're talking Frankenmuth and Millington and all those great Bridgeport and all those. That's good football right there. And we've watched Garber over the last 2 years. We really enjoyed what the Tri-Valley has to offer. Good, solid student athletes, good kids. They hit. There's a lot of good athletes out there. So it's been fun to watch the Tri-Valley and Garber compete in that Tri-Valley.
When we go back to preseason, we remember Coach Quillard talking about how the defense had to get better for them to win. I think the defense has improved this year.
Yeah, I like the way they're playing, Jeff. They're doing a really nice job. Against Millington, they really did some nice things. They hung around for a little bit, but Millington won that game, but Garber played really well in the second half and went toe-to-toe with them, and Millington's a pretty good football team. So this Garber team is really good. They got good kids. I think they got good athleticism on both sides of the football. The quarterback can throw it and he can run it. So I'm looking for a good football game from the Dukes tonight.
With the win tonight, 4-4. With a pretty cool Week 9 opponent looming, and that's another thing the kids got to focus on tonight and not think about next week until they get into next week.
I can't remember the last time the Bobcats from John Glenn played the Garber Dukes, but that's a rivalry, and that's a big game for both teams. They're going to be here at Essexville Garber, the last game of the year. So, you're absolutely right. You really have to focus in on and not think about next week. It's an old cliche. We've said it 1,000 times. Take care of business tonight. Get that 12-hour rule. Enjoy that while you can for the 12 hours. Then you can start focusing on next week.
With homecoming, they might have to go 26 hours and get through tomorrow night. It'll be fun, though, but great night tonight. We are excited about this football game. Garber Dukes and the Shepherd Blue Jays back at you in just a minute right here on Bay County TV.
from?
Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs.
Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
Good evening and welcome. It's week number 8. Jeff Toad and Mike Wisdala along with you here on Bay County TV. Boy, what a great crowd on hand for homecoming tonight at Garber.
Yeah, big crowd on hand, Jeff. A lot of alumni back, and everybody's ready to have a good time. And hopefully the Garber Dukes can pull one out tonight against the Shepherd Blue Jays in this Tri-Valley Conference game.
Yeah, big night for the 50-50. I'm feeling lucky tonight, so let's see how that all shakes. Here is a little squib kick, and that might not go 10 yards. And the Garber Dukes decide it's gone 9.5 yards. I better jump down on that thing as it kept really inching its way forward. And I'll tell you what a break for the Garber Dukes to start this game off.
Well, that was a big break and a smart play right there, Jeff. It was just kind of creeping around 10 yards, but it went 9 in the hook, and they jumped on it. They're going to come away with great field position just inside Shepherd territory.
But it looks like they're going to start with Schimmel at quarterback, and both he and Breidenbaugh are probably going to see snaps tonight, but it's great to have two quarterbacks that you're confident in their game. With the twins to the near side and twins to the far side, single offset bat. Now they run motion to the near side of the field where they'll have trips. Schimmel's got just a little screen pass on the outside. Pretty well defended by Shepherd as they came, but maybe trying to peek up field would be Jopic as he didn't quite look that ball in.
Yeah, that was the last time we were here, Jeff, when Coach Frazier and I did the Millington game. That was a pretty successful play for the Garber Dukes, and they come out throwing the football. So they see something from their scouting reports that says they could probably do that little screen right there against the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Well, it's nice that they show it early because they're going to give them something to look at. They're going to now run trips to the wide side.
You've been listening.
Oh, boy. It's setting something up. And, again, just overthrown again as they tried to go to Breidenbaugh this time and make something happen. And Schimmel's just a little too juiced. That both passes had just a little bit too much on them.
Well, it's homecoming, so everybody's fired up, Jeff, and big crowd tonight. All the kids, a big spirit week. We drove in, saw the nice bonfire that they had last night. By the size of that fire ring, that must have been a heck of a fire.
They were warm if they were around it.
Boy, I tell you what, a lot of weenies were roasted last night.
Chestnuts were roasting over that
by an open fire.
They're down in 10 yards to go for the Garber Dukes. Obvious passing situation, so to me that says they may try and run a little draw play here. And Schimmel says nope. He's going to start running for his life. Now he tries to come up the middle, makes a couple of people miss, bangs forward. You know, Mike, he picked up almost 8 yards on that play and at least put himself in a position now where Coach Coquillard is going to have to try and figure out. We got a penalty flag down and we got holding on the Garber Dukes. I'm certain will be accepted.
Yep.
And if that's a spot foul, and that is back where our referee Joe Patriga put that's going to end up being almost a 15-yard loss on the play. So it's going to be third down and 25 yards to go for the Garber Dukes. And whenever it takes that long for a play to develop, somebody's probably going to have their mitts on the offensive line trying to make sure somebody keeps the quarterback clean.
That was a good call by Joe, right in front of him. So that was a spot foul. You're right, Jeff. That took him back 15 yards. Going to be third down and long for the Garber Dukes. Just underway, 11:30 to go here in the first quarter. Jeff, on the great homecoming night here at Garber.
Boy, empty backfield with trips in the near side of the field. As they're going to try a quick pass on the outside, just trying to play a little field position game. And there's actually a gain on the play of about 11 or 12 yards. They're going to call it officially a 12-yard gain, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be fourth down and 13 yards to go for the Garber Dukes. But, Mike, even without a first down, Garber has flipped the field already early in the game.
Yeah, those were nice plays, Jeff. They just didn't execute right off the bat. The Cochran in on the tackle for the Shepherd. You got to love those Shepherd white uniforms with those bright yellow numbers. Those babies are hard to see.
Boy, there's a nice end-over-end kick, and that is going to be now taking a good Garber bounce. The first bounce was back forward, and that is going to be about a 30-yard kick with no return. Not too bad considering that high snap had to be reeled in by the kicker. Throws the timing off, and it was very nearly blocked.
Well, I remember against the Millington Cardinals, Jeff Fernier had a really nice game kicking the football and made the field position for the Cardinals pretty difficult at times. So nice kick again by that young man and deep into Shepherd territory.
Boy, one of the best in the business, Larry Jacobs, is our referee tonight. Dave Patriga looks like he's on the back. Justin Patriga here on the near side of the field. And I didn't get a peek who was the fifth on that crew as the running back for Shepherd bangs forward for a gain of almost 8 yards on the play. And the carry looked like by number 14, Ethan Deming. And he picked up a big chunk of real estate before he was brought down by Nearing on the Garber defense.
Nice game right at first play. Jeff got 7 on it. 2nd down and 3 for the Blue Jays.
As they run up in that powerhouse backfield. And another right up the middle. And the Shepherd Blue Jays get caught from behind, but not before the running back gets down to the 35-yard line. Again, that's Ethan Deming. Everybody looking for the tailback to be carrying the ball, and they've given it to the upback on the first 2 plays of the ball game, and they have taken a couple of huge chunks of real estate and flipped the field.
Well, Fisher did a nice job running down the running back from the Shepherd Blue Jays, Jeff. And that young man showed extra gear, as we like to say, and a big game for Shepherd. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays at the Duke 35.
Let's see if the Garber defense makes an adjustment. They just switched gap responsibilities and absolutely shut down that play. Great job by Coach Peterson's defense because it was a pre-snap read that went so late that the offense really never had time to adjust, and they filled the A-gap in a hurry and shut that play down.
And again, Jeff, great penetration, breaking down the play at the point of attack, so no gain on the play. And again, I've always liked the way the Garber defense plays, and especially that defensive line, the second time we've seen them this year.
Virtually no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. 3rd back through, looking for a hole. Makes a couple of people miss. 6-yard gain on the play as Buckner gets a nice gain on the play, and he is going to be brought down defensively by number 21, Van Sumeren. He's a freshman that plays like a junior or a senior.
Yeah, he again, against Millington, he had an outstanding game, Jeff. 3rd down and 5, a little bit, well, they'll call it 4 on the scoreboard. A little more manageable for the Shepherd Blue Jays. 8:57 and counting to go in the first quarter.
Obviously 4-down territory as well. Again, they've got that big packed-in defense. And the running back is going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Looks like he'll be about a half a yard shy. As he comes in, Coquillard with the tackle on the Buckner run. As Buckner's going to go quickly over to the sidelines, and on 4th down and about the length of a football for the Blue Jays to continue this drive.
Nice hard running by the Blue Jays running backs, Jeff. But again, the defense, big play right here early in the first quarter for the Shepherd Blue Jays in the Garber D.
Going to be interesting to see if Garber sets up in a defensive alignment and then switches. But, they're looking like they've got all the gap responsibility covered. And the quarterback gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he just got forward for that 1st down. Looks like amongst others that Reinke got in there in a hurry to at least knock him back, but good perseverance, and looks like it'll be just enough for another move of the sticks, and 1st and 10 for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
That was a good second effort by the quarterback for the Shepherd Blue Jays. Jeff, he was stopped initially. He was short, but he got second effort in there and picked up that 1st down. Power eye by the Shepherd Blue Jays.
They are looking strong as they try and give that to the 3rd back through. He cuts to the outside, and there's nobody but blue shirts out there to run him down for a loss on the play of a yard or 2.
And on the tackle, Jess Kolka for the Garber Dukes, loss of 1 on the play, Jeff. Good penetration again. Always like that Garber defensive line. They stay low, they fire hard, and kind of reminds you of the Midland Chemics in the day when they used to call those defensive linemen the grubbers over at Midland. They weren't very big, but they were quick, and they liked to stay low to break down the play.
They were little moles.
Yeah,
they would
exactly
just go
what
through
they
and
were.
dig up turf. Here comes the first pass by the Blue Jays, or the attempted pass, back across the grain, and very near that first down marker. Looks like he's going to be just shy of that first down marker. Forgive me if I don't catch all these. That Shepherd team with yellow numbers on white jerseys.
They're
really
hard to
tough
see,
for these
brother.
peeps to see. That's why we'll have to go to the guys to our right once in a while tonight and see if they can give us a hand.
Well, we'll talk about that crew next to us to our right, the Four Amigos, as we like to call them.
Tress plus one.
Curly, Larry, Mo, and Shemp better to our right here.
Yes, indeedly. Trying to go to the outside. Here comes Van Sumeren and company as they're going to get that ball just a little forward throw, kind of a little shuffle pass. Very heads up by the quarterback, and it'll be first and goal from just inside the 9-yard line.
Well, that was just a little, right, Jeff, a little shot put right there, and on the tackle number 14, Ranky for the Dukes. But that's going to be first and goal, the goal for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Just inside the 10.
Just inside the 10-yard line.
The mother of Hayden Walter, please come to the concession.
As they line up again, and we got a penalty flag. Looks like we've got some movement on the offense, and we knew when that penalty flag is thrown from the umpire because we got center or two
Was it the center
guards.
or the guard that moved right there, Coach?
Indeedly do.
Professor Doan. And again, before I forget, brother, I just want to say one more time, congratulations on your Hall of Fame inductee this past Sunday. You did a great job with your speech, and very well deserved. That was fun to see you up there, my friend.
Well, thank you. My speech was only second to that great guy that introduced me. So what a fun time we had. Is second down and goal.
Oh, yes.
Quarterback on a keeper, trying to keep the play alive. And we might have had an illegal block there, but they did not. He just might have got his head in front, but great defensive pursuit from the Garber Dukes. Shut that play down as Coquillard got in on the tackle.
A lot of blue shirts right there, Jeff, by the Garber Dukes. Good attack, and again, staying in their seams, not letting them get outside, staying disciplined by the Garber D.
That Logan Butler has done a nice job of keeping plays alive tonight.
Yeah. He's not a very big kid, but he's got good mobility, and he's got great vision. He's always looking downfield, looking to see what he can get.
I would say on second down and goal from about the 17, you're going to see some pressure here now because almost a certain passing situation. I think Garber's going to be filling the gaps. As they try and throw to the corner of the end zone, real nice position defensively by the Garber Dukes. Looks like Breidenbaugh might have been back there defensively for Garber. Or was that number 12
that
on
was
the play?
Jazz Kolka. Yeah,
Yep.
Nice job. It was a little bit underthrown, so that's kind of one of those floaters, Jeff, that both of them are going for, excuse me. So nice job. Third down and goal to go for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Well, and Ben Davis, too, number 40, defensively, did a really nice job because his first job was contain. Once he had contained, then he could attack to make sure that that quarterback, number 3, Buckner, didn't get to the outside.
Well, and they're spreading them out again here are the Shepherd Blue Jays.
They're going to go with a quick pass over the middle. Very nice catch down to about the 6-yard line before he's finally brought down defensively by the Garber Dukes, who responded very, very well to that pass completion. Looks like in on the tackle, McFarland.
Bobby Shukate was the receiver for the Shepherd Blue Jays, Jeff. Fourth down and goal to goal from about the 7, well, they're going to call it the 6. And a big, big defensive stand right here for Essexville Garber.
I'm telling you, the Dukes have not had the pressure on the quarterback yet that I thought that they would be able to get in this game, as they're trying to get in perfect position to the outside. As a great defensive pressure. I think they were tuned into the headsets. Number 21, Van Sumeren, amongst the first people in there, along with
66.
Yep, Van Elsia, and also number 66 on the play, which is Daly. They really attacked in a hurry.
Good penetration again, Jeff, and good discipline and good balance. They broke down there, got the quarterback. You know, he's kind of a water bug, so they kept him contained and did a nice job. That's a big defensive stand by Garber early in the first in the quarter.
And obviously the other kid, Valencia, and he did a very nice job. So between the three of them, right on cue, came up with huge defensive pursuit and penetration and never allowed Buckner to really get settled for his first choice.
Yep, that was nice defensive stand by the Dukes. Well done.
some 40 yards back from their first spot, and they're going to go back some more. As early on, the Garber Dukes offense has been
a little excited.
Not as excited as they should be because they're not quite focused and tuned in. And they've got some work to do now as you're going to look at their quarterback. And Schimmel's going to be with his heels to the goal line.
Yeah, you know, and you're, 8 games into it, Jeff, and those type of things. Those give coaches gray hairs and sleepless nights, those type of unforced penalties and things like that.
And we're going to keep our eye on Alex Van Sumer, and the freshman had gotten some snaps last week on the offense. So we're going to see how that all shakes. Schimmel's throwing this ball out deep, and it's up for grabs. And is that pass
he
complete?
Caught it. He did catch it.
Nope, they're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, boy.
It did hit the ground, but what a tremendous effort.
He was trying to sell it.
Not with 5 of them on the field. When you got 5 sets of stripes out there, pretty tough to hide what's going on. But Denham made a great adjustment for the ball. It was just a jump ball situation, and you got to like his chances when that happens.
Well, you know, he's out there 1-on-1, Jeff, and he's got that wingspan, like we talked about in the pregame, so he can go up and get it also. He's got some hops. We've seen that on the basketball floor. So, you know what, nice big target like that. Give him the opportunity to try to catch a football.
We'll find out what they do here on 2nd down and 15. Again, Schimmel running for his life in the end zone. Big pass completed, and they pick up about 10 yards on the play. Denham gets the ball out there, and he's about 5 yards short of that first down marker, so 3rd and manageable after 2nd and long.
Yeah, a lot better right there, Jeff. Joey Lynch in on the tackle for the Shepherd Blue Jays. Shepherd coming in at 1-6 in the Tri-Valley. Only win, Jeff, they've had this year. They beat the Midland Bullock Creek Lancers to get their only Tri-Valley win this year.
Boy, and you think back a couple of years, Bullock Creek was one of those teams that went through a big, long run of success in football.
In everything.
Yep, and it's funny how that their girls' basketball team wasn't too shabby either. 3rd down and 5. Schimmel's got to run for his life. Not able to get past that second wave coming in. And the Garber Dukes, for the 2nd time this game in 2 possessions, are going to be 3 and out and having to kick the football away.
Mason Eiserhoff got in there from that linebacker position, Jeff, for the loss on the play. Garber will have to kick it away in a briskly played first quarter, 2:42 and counting to go. Shepherd going to come away with pretty decent field position.
What was that phrase you used, briskly played? I'm not familiar with that this year. I don't think we've had very many briskly played anythings this year.
No.
Oh, and there's a kick off the side of the foot. Will that take a good Garber bounce? It's going to roll an extra 10 yards and go out to the 43-yard line. So about another 30-yard kick. But the way that thing came off his foot, I think they're very fortunate it got 30.
Yeah, no return, Jeff, but the Shepherd Blue Jays will be 1st and 10 at the Garber 43-yard line. And you're right, we've had 8 games, and I think
9 of the 8 games have been super long. You do the math.
There's been a couple of them that we got home pretty.
Should have brought our sleeping bag in the tent.
And we've got homecoming. We can understand about the homecoming.
Yes. Well, and we're optimistic if things go well. We might have a great halftime guest to fill some of that time.
We hope so.
As we got penalty flag down, we're going to have offsides against Garber. And again, Mike, you talked a little earlier. Week number 8, you can't line up in the neutral zone. I mean, you've got to line up and look back at the ball and make certain that you're behind him. Those unforced errors will make a coach's hair turn white.
Oh, and fall out, too, by the way.
Well, you got to go with the fallout right away. Can't just turn gray. 1st and 5 for Shepherd. And, boy, I'll tell you, the playbook is wide open on 1st and 5. Got the power eye again, going to that first back. He breaks 2 tackles, and he picks up the first down and more. That's a big load of an individual banging forward down to the 26-yard line.
Mason Eisenhout, Jeff, you take a look at that young man. He is not very tall, but he's got some ample girth to him. He's got some big arms, and he's low to the ground. And like all good backs, falling forward, picking up that extra yard, he is going to be tough to bring down.
Well, and he's listed as an offensive lineman, so that is a big drink of water. 1st and 10 again. Trying to go up the middle. This time the Garber defense swarms to the football and allows very little. As in on the tackle amongst others was Corbin Daly.
Yep.
And I did not catch the number of that yellow jersey number on a white shirt.
We had that some other place in our travels, and it was just brutal.
I think it was either Mayo or Ogama Heights.
Yes,
one of those two.
I think it was Ogama Heights.
Yep, and they were certainly, when you saw the white jersey, you had probs. There's a nice little drag pass. That's a la Michigan style, and perfectly executed. Finally brought down defensively by Clausen.
Educated in the receiver on that. Just fake that little handoff, Jeff, and roll out and throw that thing to the tight end. And usually he's wide open. Go back many years. That was made famous back in the Kevin Frederick and Frederick to Coakley days in Bay City Central when they had that good run.
I've seen it a few times in Ann Arbor as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Gentry.
Yes. He's turning into a man for them.
Yes, he is.
All right, 1st down, goal to go. Back with some time to throw the ball as he turns the corner. He's down inside the 5-yard line with a great run on the play. Buckner gets down to the 1-yard line where it's 2nd down and goal. Buckner has just really made some good choices and decisions here in the 1st quarter.
Nice hitting by Fernier and Davis for the Garber Dukes, Jeff. 42.0 ticks to go and counting. Wow.
If they don't score and it's not an incomplete pass, this will be the last play of the 1st quarter. And they're not going to go with the quarterback sneak. Trying to get down to the goal line. They're going to be short of the goal line, and with 25 seconds left, I think they're going to the other end of the field. Now, I'm telling you right now who's bumming. The down box guy is bumming because the down box guy's got to go 98 yards the other way. He's like, I can't go any farther than from the 1 to the 1 here. You're going to make me run to the other end of the field now with 8 seconds left. Yeah, they're not going to get a playoff. He's going, why couldn't they have scored?
Well, they'll be talking to that boy after the game.
Well, once he catches his breath, they might be able to interview him. At the end of our 1st quarter of play, still no score, but the Blue Jays knocking on the door. Back in a moment for the 2nd quarter here on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Dode and Mike Guazdala along with you. 3rd and goal from the 1, starting the 3rd quarter. Man, they've got that power eye set up close to the line. First back through, and he is not going to get there.
No, he's not.
As he's dragged back, he got maybe a half a yard as the Garber defense is all of a sudden showing a little stinginess out there.
Oh, man, number 34, Eric Fernier, stuck his nose in there with a bunch of his buddies, Jeff, and I think he lost a little bit of yards right there. 4th down and
a solid one.
A solid one. We're going to call it 1 and a hook.
Ooh,
1 and a half.
It is something that the Blue Jays thought, man, this was simple stuff getting down there. Looking down at the down box, it's not shaking anymore. That guy's finally catching his breath down there after that 98-yard scamper to the other end. I think he got a
Gatorade at the Shepherd bench halfway down.
He needed a rest area. As it's 4th down and goal, are they going to try and sneak this thing in?
He fumbled
and he fumbled the football. He did not get in. He might have been lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. How about that for a goal line stand?
2 in a row.
And certainly
Village Towing, key play of the game so far.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That was some big-time defense.
Well, you know what? There was a bad snap, Jeff. He picked it up, but great penetration by that defensive line again by the Essexville Garber Dukes. 2 times in a row, the Shepherd Blue Jays have been inside the 5-yard line and could not score. That's a good sign for the Dukes.
Bay County TV flashback. Last year, week number 8, right here at this stadium, just outside the 1-yard line. Who went 99 yards on a quarterback sneak? Breidenbach.
Right.
That was against North Branch. And banging forward, just getting over the goal line. And I'm talking about by a half a yard. Very fortunate to get out of the end zone.
You got a pretty good memory. You're going back 365 days to remember that, my friend.
That was the day that Breidenbach got in the national record books.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
I think he accounted for like 710. I don't remember the exact number, but it was something phenomenal.
The stat team right there ran out of paper and went through 3 pencils trying to figure out the stats for that young man in that game last year.
That was amazing stuff. They might need a quick bubble screen. I'll tell you what, Shepherd's defense is not allowing run lanes as they've got that little screen going on the outside, and it went to Joppich. And I'll tell you what, Schimmel's just not tuned in yet in this game, and I don't know how much they go back and forth, but, you know, sometimes if you bring a quarterback over for a series and he slows down and sees things from the sidelines, he goes in and he's much more effective.
Coach Quills got Schimmel right over here on the sidelines giving him the play right now. I noticed on that play, Jeff, I just took my eyes off the ball a little bit. Jacob Denham was sitting down right in the spot in the middle of the field, just at the down marker. So let's see what Coach Quills got up his sleeve right now.
Well, they've got twins to the wide side and a single to the near side, and they'll keep a back in just so that they've got room. Look at that nice flick, and it's just outside the outstretched hands of Joppich. Boy, threw right into a double team, though. The Shepherd defense was all over that play.
Yeah, that was a tough pass. Nice idea getting the quarterback outside, Jeff, free him up a little bit, but this is going to be a punting situation, and again, they're going to be punting kind of into the wind a little bit, it looks like, Jeff, so Shepherd should come away with decent field position.
Kind of looks like a southwesterly breeze, so maybe a little bit, and that thing goes off of the goalpost, and it will be a safety.
Yep.
As that thing went off the crossbar, and that's out of play, and there is the first 2 points of the ball game. And I'm going to tell you what, when you're that far back and you've only got 10 yards, you're probably only going to get a 20, 25-yard kick. That's not the end of the world to give up 2 there and get a free kick from the 20.
Yeah. That was a high snap, Jeff. Hit the crossbar on the goalpost. So with 10:09 to go, it's the Shepherd Blue Jays 2 and the Garber Duke 0 here in the bottom of the second inning.
We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Caucaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
Back on Bay County TV, Jeff Toad and Mike Guazdala. And the producer, Natalie Doan, says, they're on the cheerleaders. I said, which ones? There's only about 150 of them down there to choose from. But that's the fun. The youngsters get to come out tonight, and it's a great thrill for them to go and work with the high school pom and cheer team.
Well, yeah, you go 1 for 150.
Yes. Yes, indeed. You count them all. Tell me when you get to a rock and a half here. Here is the free kick, and they're going to opt to kick off. This is kind of a little different formation on the return game, as a great line drive kick will be taken on the 35-yard line by Shepherd. 23, 24, 25, up to a 26-yard return down to the 39. Boy, I'll tell you, that line drive kick allowed the defense or the return team to really set up a nice return.
Davis in on the tackle for the Dukes, Jeff. Again, good field position for the Shepherd Blue Jays deep inside Duke territory, right at the 39-yard line.
10:02 left in our first half of play. As Shepherd has played the majority of this game on Garber's side of the field.
Yep.
It's 1st and 10. Buckner's back as he's going to try and run this football, and he gets stymied by a trifecta of Dukes in the backfield, led on that play by number 51, Coke Willard. He was in there in a hurry in the initial hit on a 2-yard loss. He had good company, though, back there on defense.
Yeah, Van Sumeren was also in on that tackle, Jeff. A loss on the play, a loss of 3, 2nd down and 13 for the Dukes at the, for the Shepherd Blue Jays at the Duke 42.
They're running trips here to the near side of the field. Garber showing that they're coming with a blitz. They back out of it, but they again force Buckner out of the pocket, and Buckner is just brought down by Reinke. And I'm telling you, if Reinke doesn't get a hold of him, that's a big green grass to run.
He was heading towards that far sideline, Jeff, and he saw a lot of real estate over there, but Reinke with those big paws brought him down. So 3rd down and a long 8. For the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Buckner's got some escapability. He's been in some predicaments, and he's been able to get out of them, and he's been able to complete some passes on the run.
Young man's only a junior, too, Jeff. Playing pretty savvy.
3rd down and 8. Garber looks like they're coming with the whole student body. And the quarterback cuts to the outside. Again, breaks one tackle. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage as Garber's defense really shut the door on him. Looks like Andrew Taylor got out there defensively.
Yeah, nice job. Again, penetration, putting a little pressure on the quarterback, Buckner, for the Blue Jays, Jeff. 4th down and 7. I think the Shepherd Blue Jays at 1 and 6 are saying, you know what, let's go for it. Roll the dice, and away we go.
Was on the undefeated.
And when they are in that situation, I love the last 2 plays that Coach Peterson has dialed up, because he's showing a 10-man blitz, and the offensive linemen are confused for that split second. They don't know how they're going to pick up. However, Buckner's going to be back. He's got that ball thrown deep, and that is right into the outstretched fingertips of the wide receiver, and a Shepherd Blue Jay touchdown. Absolutely perfectly thrown football for the touchdown.
Well, Joey Lynch just kept running, Jeff, and Buckner just laid it out there perfectly. It was good coverage by the Garber Dukes, but it was just a great pass, touchdown Shepherd, and that makes the score with 7:58 to go, 8-0 for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Pending the try for the extra point. It's going to be all Shepherd here in the first half, and I think some of the Garber Dukes are, frankly, a little bit surprised by the way that these Blue Jays have come out and taken the offense to them in the first half.
Well, and 2 big defensive stands inside the 5-yard line also for the Dukes.
Buckner back again. He throws a little in pass, and that is caught. The 2-point conversion is good. Time on the field with just under 10 minutes left in our first half. It's 10-0 Shepherd over Garber. Back in a moment for the rest of the first half on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. Jared Doan along with Nick Page outside.
What?
Natalie Doan is warming up on the inside, producing and directing the first half. As we'd like to thank David Schwartz for his hospitality as
Dave opened the gates for us today when we got here. That is customer service at its best.
I'm going to tell you what,
there.
there aren't very many in the business that even come close to the way Dave Schwartz takes care of us out here at Western. So thank you, brother.
What, Garber?
Yes, indeed. What did I say?
Western.
Oh, Lordy. I was just going to see if anybody was paying attention. 38-yard line. The ball is down by the Garber Dukes. And that looks like that was Reinke. And Garber is going to have their second-best field position of the ball game. Are they going to be able to make something happen offensively?
That quick offense, Jeff, they have the capability. They just got to do a little better job of executing. They're going to be okay. They're only down 10-0. Lots of football yet to play. Coach Quill's got Schimmel coming back out. So let's see what the first play is here for Schimmel and the gang.
I smell a run. Let's see, with twins to the near side and twins to the far side.
There you go.
They fake the run, and they go with a real nice pass, broken tackle on the play by number 30, Seagraves. He picks up about 9 yards on the play, so just that play action was enough to hold the linebacker and allow Seagraves to get into that seam and break a tackle and pick up 9.
I'll tell you what, take a peek at the player out there, number 2, I think it is, Sawyer. He's going to be on the all-hair team, brother.
Travis?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to find him again.
He's got some flowing locks.
He's got some hair.
2nd down and 1. Garber Dukes bang forward and right up to midfield. They're going to pick up a 1st down as it looks like a little rugby scrum going on. But it's going to be enough to move the sticks, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. That first pass that Schimmel completed really settles you down.
Really does. Once you get that first one completed, Jeff, you get a little bit more comfortable. You feel a little bit at ease, like, hey, you know what? I can do this. I just got to calm down a little bit. I'm going to be okay. You make that first completion, changes your whole outlook on passing the football.
They have got some folks at wide receivers certainly that can catch the football too. And like you said, Mike, they can get at you in a hurry with this quick strike offense. Empty backfield, Schimmel on the run again, throws this out to Denham, and Jacob Denham trying to curl up field prior. He banged himself on the head real quick too, and he's like, oh, that's on me. He goes, that was an easy 10-yard gain.
Go right back to him.
Yep.
Go right back to him, and he'll catch that. He'll catch it. Guarantee it. Go right back at him. He's a good football player, Jeff. He's got good hands. He just took a little peek.
All righty.
Number 2 for Sawyer Travis.
The all-hair individual.
Well, he's on the all-hair team.
Oh, yeah, he's a finalist. And for anybody that thinks that's bad, that's wrong. That is a compliment. When you get on the all-shoe or the all-hair team, you're in rarefied air and select company. Trying to go right up the middle with a delayed handoff, and they showed jet sweep, and they didn't go with it.
Breidenball was the ball carrier.
But what Breidenball was able to do by carrying that ball is they saw the way the defense reacted to the potential for the jet sweep. They may be setting up another play.
You've been listening to me.
3rd down.
I think this is the most coachable year you've had so far.
There's hope for me.
In all the 25 years we've been together, you have been more coachable this year than any other year.
See, I'm like Bill Harris. You give me enough time, and I'm going to be able to absorb a few things. Repetition pays off. Coming on the outside, that pass is complete. And that is Jopic, and he is out to the 41-yard line. 4th down and a pretty manageable 1 yard to go.
Yeah, I think Coach Quill's going to say, we're going to go for this one. Just 4th and about a half a yard, Jeff.
With Wetters and company coming in, looks like the jumbo package coming in. As they will bring in a play from the sidelines. Don't know if they're just going to try and get the Blue Jays to jump offside or if they're actually going to run a play. I think they're going to go for it.
Quarterback sneak.
Well, from the shotgun?
No, I guess not.
Handing that off and right at the 1st down marker, but the ball was on the ground. And that will not be a 1st down.
It was recovered short of the line to gain.
As it looked like the running back was Van Sumeren, and he was tackled right at the 1st down marker. I think he would have had the 1st down if he had been able to hang on to the mail.
I agree, Jeff. I think that would have been a 1st down, but the Shepherd Blue Jays got the hand in there, knocked it free, and recovered that fumble. Kind of sat there for a second or two. Nobody knew where it was, and the Shepherd Blue Jays jumped all over it. And they're going to have, again, good field position at their own 41-yard line.
Again, out of that power I backfield formation. As they run that 3rd back through, and absolutely Coke Quillard stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half a yard gain on the play for the running back from the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Poured out also the big fella, number 57, Jeff, in on that tackle. No gain on the play. 4:55 to go in the 1st half.
Wow, this has been a really quick 1st half of football.
This has been the quickest 1st half we've had all year. You know what? Few penalties, but overall it's been very well played.
And certainly not a ton of incomplete passes.
Right.
Garber had a few early. Up out of the power eye again. A little bit of a mishandled snap.
There's a tackle.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Pick him up and bring him back down. Says that's something that the wrestling team would love to see.
Man. That was number 34 with the initial tackle, Eric Fernier. And that was a big-time tackle. And now we got a late flag way across the field, Jeff. I think we had a little,
let's see if
little talk.
Maybe if the officials are in good company, they're going to maybe, if this is a penalty on the sideline from Shepherd, is this just going to be called a sideline warning? Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Garber Dukes.
Wow.
That had to have been verbiage. I didn't see anything physical out there.
Well, and it didn't. There wasn't a lot of players over by the head linesman over there, Jeff, and that play was dead 10, 15 seconds after. Then he threw that flag.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy that much time would expire. You would think there would be nothing that should or could be said unless it's them rapping with somebody on the sideline. So a very undisciplined play, though, because Garber had Shepherd in 3rd and long, and now it's 1st and 10.
Inside that Garber territory, too.
As again, out of the shotgun, Buckley's back, and he throws that ball deep again, just underthrown and almost intercepted by the Garber Duke defense. Very well played that time. As Buckner tried to get that ball out. That was another underthrown deep ball.
And on the coverage, I think, Jeff, I can't see the number on the number 27. Yeah, number 27, Logan Hugo, back there on defense. He had good coverage. No, and what I like is when they're battling for that football, Jeff, referees are letting them play. They're giving them both the opportunity to go get the football, letting the kids play, and that's a sign of a good official.
As Buckner tries to go forward, and he again just gets back to the line of scrimmage before he is hit by the Garber Duke defense, Van Sumeren amongst others, with that initial hit. It'll be 3rd down and 9 yards to go again. Time is a factor here. 3 and 44 left in our first half of play.
Wow. Quick.
As the Garber Duke defense has stiffened. And can they come up with another big play? I think if they hold them to little or nothing here, Shepherd's going to roll the dice and try and kick that thing deep and pin Garber deep in their own end. But I think it's time for that Garber offense to get crazy. They just got to have a big stop here. They're coming with a blitz. Buckner steps inside the blitz. He's got room to the outside. He's going to be able to pick up the 1st down and more down the sideline to the 22-yard line. And Buckner just saw the blitz coming quick enough from the backside that he was able to outrun it and get to the sideline and move the sticks.
Yeah, good vision again by Buckner, Jeff. Looking downfield, didn't see anything. Felt the pressure coming from both sides. Stepped up in the pocket, said, discretion's a better part of valor. I'm going to tuck it. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to get out of bounds. He knew right where he had to go and picked up a big 1st down for the Jays.
And I'm going to tell you, Buckner has never run faster tonight than when you're being chased. He found an extra gear. He didn't want to be hit right up the middle again. Garber Duke defense on 1st and 2nd down has been very, very stingy. They just have not found a way to come up with that big play consistently on 3rd down to get their defense off the field.
Basket and number 66, Daly, again in on the tackle, Jeff. Daly's had a good first half for the Garber Dukes. Basket, I saw Grandpa before the game, and very proud Grandpa on senior night, and come to see his grandson play tonight. That's number 53, Zach Basket.
Boy, they really pack it in as they try and get that ball to the outside. Looked like Buckner with the bell carry as he tried to get to the outside. Maybe picked up about 3 or 4 yards as he got down to the 19-yard line.
Hugo and Van Sumeren in on the tackles for the Dukes, Jeff. But again, here's a nice 3rd down and a long 6 for the Blue Jays. They've got to get inside the 15-yard line to get the 1st down. So this is another big defensive stand for the Dukes with 2 minutes exactly to go and counting here in the first half.
Just a crazy thing there, the way the first half has gone. See what the Garber Duke defense can dial up here on 3rd down and almost 7. Buckney back. He's got pressure coming from the backside. He's going to throw that ball downfield. Just overthrowed the intended receiver on the play. And it'll be 4th down and 7. And I'll tell you, Buckney wanted that one back as he threw that ball to number 14, Deming. And that thing had a little bit of mustard on it.
Yes, it did. He was running for his life, Jeff. So he it was high and hot, and then he threw it away. Incomplete pass, though, stops the clock.
Like the way Coach Peterson is bringing pressure from the backside, forcing him to throw the non-natural way across his body, which makes that ball sail on occasion.
That's really difficult to throw if you're a right-hander running the left side of the field.
Now again, here comes that pressure again. Little float and pass back across the green inside the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He is into the end zone. It is another Shepherd Blue Jay touchdown.
Into the end zone.
Defensive end for Garber. Lost contain. Once he did that, play broke down.
Boy, number 14, Ethan Deming, really took it into the end zone, Jeff, and kind of just sat right down there on that little sprint pass right. You know, there's a lot of options in there. You got one short, you got one long, you got one in the middle. Hit the Deming in the middle, then the downfield wide receivers. All they have to do is block, and Deming took it into the end zone. Going to go for 2.
I'm going to tell you what, up 16 to nothing. And they've got this Garber crowd a little silenced right now. Anybody that was maybe looking at records before the game thought we got a great chance to win, and there's still a ton of football left. Buckner back as he's going to throw that ball across the middle, and the 2-point conversion is no good. Time on the field with $1:36 left in the first half. It's 16 to nothing. The Shepherd Blue Jays over the Garber Dukes. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Over the years, he's put his heart into being your dad. He was always there to fix things. Now that he needs help, don't lose hope. Covenant Center for the Heart is leading the way in minimally invasive heart options for inoperable or high-risk patients, with the first and most comprehensive structural heart disease program in the Great Lakes Bay region. It's extraordinary heart care, close to home.
All right, back on Bay County TV. I just got hungry all of a sudden, Mike. What about you?
Yeah, down there, it's the VIP tent down there, Jeff. Rick Rivette, our good friends from Mulligan's Pub down there, feeding the gang in the VIP tent tonight. So we weren't invited.
Well, that was invite only, and they said ours was still in the mail, and I checked the mail 4 times today. Still didn't get anything.
Curly, Larry, Moe, and Shemp can go down there, but we're not going down there.
We'll have to keep an eye on that. There's a line drive kick, and will that ball stay in bounds? It'll be finally picked up on the 17-yard line. Trying to come forward, banging out to the 31-yard line on the return is Breidenbaugh. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. $1:31 left in the first half. They still got all their timeouts left.
Yep, Jeff, it's 16 to nothing is a big start for the Shepherd Blue Jays. So putting up a lot of points on the board early. Didn't see them scoring a lot of points during the year, but 16 for the Shepherd Blue Jays is a good first half.
Indeed, it is. It's a good game for them on a lot of nights. So, but still plenty of time for the Garber Dukes to get something here late in the first half. Japich is going to try and slide to the outside. Boy, Shepherd's defense just stingy in this first half, not allowing Japich to get to the outside. And doesn't look after that not successful first play like they're in real big hurry right now.
Yep.
They don't want to give the ball back to Shepherd late in the first half.
Chukade in on the tackle again for the Blue Jays, Jeff. That young man's had a nice game tonight for Shepherd. We're at 1:10 and counting to go. 2nd down and 7 for the Garber Dukes.
Skinny post is wide open for Garber if they run it. Into Japich's hands.
You called it, Coach.
And and then we got a late flag. What is going to happen here late? As little brother talketh to big brother out on the field, the back judge to the referee. Dave Patriga to Joe Patriga. And the Garber Dukes are moving back. Personal foul against the Garber Dukes. Boy, I'll tell you what, when you look at the number of penalties and the untimeliness of those and 2 dead ball late calls, Garber's got to shore up their discipline.
That That was a big one right there, Jeff. I didn't see what happened, so I'm not quite sure what was going on, but the back judge he threw that flag about 20 yards.
Well, and I'm going to tell you what, now at 2nd down and 22 yards to go, they are in a situation where with an incomplete pass and they're going to need another opportunity for the Blue Jays if they can't come up with a huge chunk of real estate here on 3rd down. And there's an overthrown ball intended for Breidenbaugh. And they have got 4th down and 22 yards to go with still just under a minute left. And you're right, kicking into a stiff breeze, not directly into it, but coming out of the side. So, I mean, you're going to look at Shepherd getting the ball inside Garber territory again with an opportunity to put another one on the board.
Well, the way with Logan Buckner's been playing, Jeff, Shepherd has been very impressive so far here in the first half.
In punt formation, looks like Fournier, much better kick. And that ball's going to get up over midfield and take a favorable Garber Duke bounce and go down to the 44-yard line. That also took 10 seconds off of the clock.
That was another nice kick. And both times I've seen that young man kick, Jeff, he has kicked the ball extremely well and has made a big difference in field position for the Garber defense.
Well, the Garber defense, it is imperative that they give up nothing more in this first half.
Yep.
And they go in at half and they regroup. There's still a ton of football left. And again, they're only down 2 scores with 2 two-point conversions. So they certainly are in a position to be able to make that happen. As the Blue Jays get the handoff and a gain of about 7 on the play down to the 48-yard line. And with no real sense of urgency as Buckner finally goes over and says, Coach, give me that play quick. I think we got a chance here.
Fisher and Daly, in on the tackle for the Garber Dukes. But I think the Shepherd Blue Jays are going to be content, Jeff, just to run out the clock here in the first half. But you know how exact I am all the time trying to second-guess coaches.
Yep, I think they're going to play it safe here. Just a quick handoff up the middle, absolutely nothing going, and that'll be the last play of our first half. At the end of our first half of play, the Shepherd Blue Jays find themselves in uncharted territory with a 16-0 lead over the Garber Dukes. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment with our recap of the first half to set the stage for the second half and a possibility to see who that king and queen are here out at Garber. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
Blaze Millar, son of Teresa and Pete Millar. His involvement includes student council, football, hockey, and baseball. Sophomore court. Chloe Clausen, daughter of Nicole Walther and Darren Clausen. Her involvement includes Garber Cheer, Students Leading Students, SLS, and Yearbook. Owen Wagner, son of Mary and Michael Wagner. Owen is involved with Garber baseball. And now our junior court. Sophia Whitbrook, daughter of Michelle and Scott Whitbrook. Sophia's involvement includes tennis, track, cross country, science Olympiad, and SLS. Will Stark, son of Jennifer and Tom Kraut. His involvement includes soccer, theater, and golf. And now for our senior court. Maddie Lepek, daughter of Sarah and Mike Lepek. Maddie's involvement includes 4 years of student council with 1 year as senior class president, 2 years of NHS, 4 years of volleyball with 1 year as senior captain. After graduation, Maddie plans to attend Michigan State to major in pre-med. Cabri Osarzak, son of Denise and Monty Osarzak. Cabri's involvement includes 4 years of student council, 8 years of football, the HHB club, and a year and a half of Skills USA Masonry, where he was named the state champion and went on to place 9th in the national championship. After graduation, Cabri plans to join the Bricklayers Local 2 Masonry Union. Alice Shrestha, daughter of Tammy Dixon and Sakia Shrestha. Her involvement includes 4 years of cross country with 1 year as captain, 4 years of track with 2 years as captain, 2 years of Spanish club with 1 year as treasurer, 2 years of student council with 1 year as treasurer, 4 years of SLS with 1 year as co-president, 2 years of NHS with 1 year as vice president, 1 year of Relay for Life, and 4 years of marching and concert band. After graduation, Alice plans to go on going into pre-med, starting at Delta to receive her associate's degree, and transferring to SVSU for her bachelor's. Noah Walther, son of Patty and John Walther. Noah's involvement includes 11 shows to date on Garber stage, including 6 musicals, 3 fall plays, and 3 one-act plays, 4 years of track and field, 2 years of NHS with 1 year as secretary, and 4 years of student council with 1 year as vice president. After graduation, Noah's plans include showing like a villain and pursuing a career in meteorology and atmospheric science at CMU. Grace Dorian, daughter of Carol and Dan Dorian. Her involvement includes 1 year of Spanish club and 3 years of SLS. After graduation, Grace plans to attend the dental program at Delta and SVSU. Carter Nearing, son of Gwen and Brad Nearing. Carter's involvement includes 4 years of football, 3 years of wrestling, 3 years of track and field, 4 years of marching band, and 2 years of NHS. After graduation, Carter plans to study engineering at the University of Michigan or Michigan Tech. Katie List, daughter of Amy and Steve List. Katie's involvement includes 3 years of cross country, 4 years of varsity soccer, 2 years of basketball, and 4 years of marching band. After graduation, Katie plans to attend Western to pursue a degree in criminal justice. Ryan Petrowski, son of Tammy and Ken Petrowski. His involvement includes 4 years of varsity soccer with 3 years as captain and 3 years of basketball. After graduation, Ryan plans to attend Delta College and then transfer to Michigan State. Madeline Denham, daughter of Stacy and Jason Denham. Madeline's involvement includes 3 years of student council, 2 years of NHS, 1 year of SLS, 4 years of golf, 2 years of basketball, and 4 years of soccer. After graduation, Madeline plans to attend Grand Valley or SVSU to study biochem. Hunter Breidenbach, son of Melissa and Eric Breidenbach. His involvement includes 4 years of Garber football. After graduation, Hunter plans to join the Marine Corps. Last year's homecoming queen, Kayla Anthony, is here to crown our Duke and Duchess. Also, number 40 on U of M's football team, Ben Van Sumeren, is here to crown our Duke and Duchess. Our Duke is Noah Walther. Our Duchess is Maddie Lepek. Congratulations, Duke and Duchess.
Maybe I'll just sing it.
So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam or give us a call at 989-684-9607.
Welcome back to our halftime show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdall along with you. And the Shepherd Blue Jays played their best half of football this football season.
Yeah, Jeff, they looked really impressive here, leading 16-0 at the halftime. But you know what? I think that what they did is they took advantage of some of the big penalties that the Garber Dukes had there in the first half, and they made the most of it.
Uncharacteristic mistakes is, I think, the best way that we look at some of those penalties in the first half for Garber.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement, Jeff. Very uncharacteristic of the Garber Dukes to have the penalties at the time. Big time during that first half, there were big penalties, and they just came at the inopportune times and gave the Shepherd Blue Jays a great field position, and they took advantage of it also.
They extended drives with those penalties. Instead of 3rd and long, move the sticks, start them over again. And Shepherd, just on both sides of the football, not just offensively, really took charge in this first half.
Yeah, they played very well on defense, and I think the key to their offense is Buckner, their quarterback. Kind of not a very big kid, but a water bug type kid who can really throw the football, and when he gets outside, he's got some wheels and he's got an extra gear, and really doing a nice job for the Shepherd Blue Jays of running the football team.
The way the first half went for Garber, I got to think that Coach Coquillard is elated that this is homecoming and he's got an extra 5 minutes to talk to his kids to get them to regroup. There's still a lot of football left.
Lots of football left, Jeff, and they've got the firepower to get back in this football game. But the key is when you tell your kids at halftime, look, we're not going to get it all back here in the third quarter. Let's just get some drives going. Let's catch the football. Let's block just a skosh better and run, hang on to the football. You know, down 16-0, this team can score 16 points in a heartbeat.
And he's got to tell his kids, guess what, fellas? You could not have played much worse in the first half. Let's erase that. Let's come out in the second half and play Garber Duke football in front of what is a jam-packed house here for homecoming.
First half's in the rearview mirror, brothers. You can't look back. Let's look through the windshield. That's why the windshield's bigger than the rearview mirror.
Well, let's flick those wipers on. Let's see clearly what the second half brings. We prognosticate a big half for the Garber Dukes. Back in a moment with all the second half action right here on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back of the second half, the Shepherd Blue Jays bring the opening kick back to the 45-yard line with excellent starting field position again. Handoff right up the middle, maybe for a 1-yard gain, as Buckner handed that ball off to number 34 on the play, Cochran. The Garber Duke defense gets to the ball in a hurry, only a gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9 for the Blue Jays.
Yep, Brandon Shank, number 72, in on the tackle. Jeff, 16-0, just underway here in the third quarter from a beautiful homecoming evening here at Essexville Garber.
We'll talk after this play about the Duke and Duchess, as here comes the pressure again up the middle, and the pocket collapsed, and getting there from behind is Van Sumeren to get him around the ankles. Van Sumeren just used a bull rush from the outside and was relentless, would not let the Buckner get away.
Congratulations to the Duke. Noah Walter is the Duke for 2018, and the Duchess, Maddie Alepic. So they'll be shaking the groove thing tomorrow night at the dance.
How about the Duke handing the award to the Duke? Old Mr. Ben Van Sumeren, Mr. Michigan himself.
Kayla Anthony back in the house. She was a Duchess last year.
Here comes that pressure again. Across the middle. Broken tackle again. First down and more. Down to the 38-yard line is number 34, Travis Cochran. He just refused to go down. A couple of Dukes had a shot at him and could not wrap him up.
Good second, third effort by the receiver for the Shepherd Blue Jays, Jeff, but he picked up the first down inside Garber territory all the way down to the 37-yard line.
And my apologies, that fifth official, I ran into him at the half. It's none other than Jack Service down there. Worked many of event with him. I could not tell that's who it was from the other end. So tremendous Bay Metro crew here tonight. Buckner back. He's trying to find a little extra time to get around the corner. Throws that ball back across the grain, and it's complete down to the 7-yard line again as Buckner rolled to his strong side of the field. He floated one out there right into the waiting arms of his wide receiver.
Yeah, and on the tackle number 17 for the Dukes, that's Brian Closen. But, you know, he kind of put it up there, Jeff. He had put it right where it had to be. It was good coverage and first and goal to goal for the Blue Jays.
Boy, all the way down just outside that 7-yard line. Shepherd trying to make it happen again. Here comes the safety blitz as the ball carrier gets down inside the 5-yard line down to the 4-yard line. So another pickup of 3 yards on the play. And Garber's going to have to come up with a big defensive stop here to keep this game close.
They've had 2 of them already inside the red zone, Jeff, inside the 5, as a matter of fact. They are just inside the 5-yard line. Fernier in on the tackle for the Garber Dukes, but not what the Garber Dukes wanted to start this second half. Big showing by the Blue Jays here early in the third quarter.
Shame on those Blue Jays to spoil homecoming so far.
Absolutely. That's not very nice.
This is a huge part of the game right now to see. And Shepherd is going to take a timeout, and that will allow the Garber Dukes to check things over. We'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Touchdown, Chelfield.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. A big defensive stand is necessary here for the Garber Dukes.
Yeah, the Garber Dukes, they've done it twice already, Jeff. Let's see if they can do it 3 times. Second down and goal to goal. Ball just inside the 5-yard line for the Blue Jays.
And Buckner coming to this near side of the field. He overthrows it. As that ball picked off, very nearly intercepted by the Garber Dukes as they just couldn't get the fingertips on it. Looked like number 8, Kinsella, just about had his hands on it.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was awful close right there, Jeff. Garber almost had it. It was tipped. The old tip drill. Work on that every day in practice. Third down and goal to goal for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Boy, I tell you, I bring everything but the kitchen sink here on third down. Power eye back formation coming to the outside. Nice cut, but short of the goal line, probably down to about the 2-yard line.
51.
And it looked like number 51 led the defenders. I'll tell you, Coquillard's really been active defensively for Garber tonight.
He's had a very nice game tonight, Jeff, along with Daly and the gang, and that was a big stop. It's 4th down and about 3. Well, they're going to call it a long 2 yards to go. And again, another village towing key play of the game for the Garber Dukes.
I'm going to tell you what, they have got to come up with a big play here, and then they've got to get a spark offensively.
This is going fast, too. 8:23 to go in the third quarter.
Just the way Shepherd wants it. Pass to the outside, in and out of the outstretched arms of the intended receiver. And that ball's going to go over on downs. The Garber Duke defense comes up big trifecta tonight.
3 times, Jeff, the Dukes have held them inside the 5-yard line. So now they got to get out of the shadow of their own end zone, put something together, and get a touchdown for the Garber Dukes.
I wonder if they have the old lateral pass, you know. If you've got Breidenbaugh out there and you can get him to get a lateral pass thrown.
Fucking ladder you're talking about there?
Well, no, lateral pass.
Oh, halfback pass.
You get the lateral, first lateral pass and then throw the next one downfield. They got to have that someplace deep in that playbook. First down for the Garber Dukes. Banging forward again, just getting outside the goal line. I'm telling you what, that is one football length out of the end zone.
It is a safety.
They did give him a safety. My goodness, the Garber Dukes could not offensively move that line of scrimmage, and I knew it was right at the goal line, but I knew that it was close, and unfortunately, the Garber Dukes are going to have their second free kick of the game. I don't know the last time I announced a football game where the other team got two safeties.
First time for me, I can tell you that. That is a first time for me, Jeff. And again, there was a big hole right there, but the Shepherd Blue Jays closed it up really quick, and we're 8:09 to go in the third quarter. 18-0, the Shepherd Blue Jays over the Essexville Garber Dukes.
Boy, and that is a huge 2 points because that is now a three-score differential.
3-possession game right now for the Garber Dukes. And, again, they're going to have to kick it away. And Shepherd has been very opportunistic on these kickoffs and come away with a great field position.
And again, with the Garber Dukes kicking off, they had a deep, but it was a line drive kick, and it allowed a 26-yard return. So you're right, Shepherd could get that ball very easily around midfield. So this one is going to be down on the ground, and a much, much better kick. It slides back to the 30, and they shouldn't get back to the 40-yard line on this play. The all-hair team individual looks like Sawyer Travis on that return. He's not tough. You don't have to look for that boy's number, Quiz.
Man, last time I had hair like that, it was 40 years ago.
I don't even remember. He's got flowing locks. He's proud of him. It'll be 1st and 10, though, for the Shepherd Blue Jays at their own 40-yard line. Seems like a broken record tonight. Yeah. They have had great field position all night long.
Pretty much where they've been starting right there, Jeff, on the 40.
And they're only going with one wide receiver. I mean, they are just packing it in. And there is the contain that the Garber Dukes needed on a great play on the outside from number 15, Greg Christie. Came in and reacted to what was going on, did not give up, contain, and then attacked.
Yep, that was a nice they need a stop here, Jeff. They got to get the ball back. They got to put it in the end zone when they get it back. So that was a big loss for the Shepherd Blue Jays. 2nd down and 18 to go.
Well, and I'll tell you what, the Garber Dukes continue to look for that proper formula defensively. They got to call a timeout. They got some personnel issues out there, and they got to get things straightened out. And they're got to calm things down right now. They got to get things back. We'll take a quick break and be back after this on Bay County TV.
Ow, ow, ouch! My hip, my knee, my joints feel out of whack. Ow, ow, oh my! The pain, I can't take it anymore.
Back on Bay County TV, we know all about yogurt. Jeff Doe and Mike Ristala along with you, and the Garber Dukes get things back together here on defense and what's got to be a big step. Talk about the fellas
right
we got
after this
here.
play, I'm going to talk about the fellas.
It takes a minute to get prepped for something that big. 2nd down and 18. Quick coming to the near side of the field for a 16-yard gain is Schulke. Wow, they just had an incredible quick play here to the near side of the field, and 16 yards of real estate put them in a 3rd down and 2-yard to go situation.
Man, that was a little wildcat right there. They took Buckner and got him out of there and put Schukate out there, Jeff. And now 3rd down, a lot more manageable. 2nd and 18, 3rd and about 2 to go for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Boy, and they spread it back out, too. As Buckner's going to try and come around the corner, you know there was no pass in that thought coming around the edge. The run-pass option was run, and more run, and he was able to secure the first down and an extra 8 as they're down to the 44-yard line. And I'm going to tell you, as this game goes on, that Shepherd offense is really starting to play with confidence.
They're clicking right now. Jeff Ozarchek in on the tackle for the Garber Dukes.
We got a timeout on the field, and I did not see who took that timeout. But we'll take a break. It's Garber with their second. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready, with the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
Back here on Bay County TV, boy, the Garber Dukes, Mike, were forced to use 2 valuable timeouts defensively, but you got to right the ship right now. You can't afford the Blue Jays to go in and score again. So 1st and 10 Shepherd. As Buckner looks over to the side, he's got things spread out. You know they're going to be doing plenty of running here late in the ballgame. Buckner fakes the handoff, goes forward, and he gets bent backwards after a modest gain of a couple of yards on the play. He got down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go as the Garber defense, after a little chat on the sidelines, really regrouped and came out with a nice play.
Yeah, Quillard in on the tackle, Jeff, for the Garber Dukes. 2nd down and 9. 6:10 to go and counting here in the 3rd quarter. This quarter is going by absolutely briskly, too. Unfortunately for the Garber Dukes.
Yes, and, you know, with the running game going for Shepherd, as the Garber Dukes got this one absolutely stymied.
That was
great
nice.
Contained by Yapich and company, as they would not allow the corner to be taken. It's going to be 3rd down now and about 6 yards to go, but I would be shocked if Shepherd puts this ball in the air on this play or any other play the rest of the game. They want the old clock to go in their favor, and it certainly is.
Yeah, 3rd down and 5. Nice job by number 8, Camden Fisher, coming up from that DB position, Jeff, and to stop that option play here to the near side of the field. And again, another 3rd down and 5. Big play for the defense of Essexville Garber.
Buckner with time. He's going to actually look to throw. Now he's going to roll to the wide side of the field. I don't think he throws the football. He pump fakes, and he's going to go and get knocked out of bounds after a 2-yard gain. I think his threat to throw the football, unless there is somebody that's so lonely and wide open all by themselves that he just wants to keep the clock rolling. So what's he do but scamper out of bounds?
Good. Discretion's a better part of valor right there, Jeff. Hanging on to the football. Don't throw it away. Don't give the Garber Dukes an opportunity. And that's what he did. Took some time off the clock. It stops the clock at 5:07 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Any other situation than a 1-6 team in week number 8 is going to punt the ball and force them to go deep. The Blue Jays are going for the juggler right now with another 1st down. They'll chew up another 3 minutes of clock.
Great point on that 1-6 record, Jeff.
That makes the coach's decision a whole lot easier to roll the dice. Buckner back. Here comes pressure on the inside. Buckner's going to roll to the outside. Does he get to the corner? He does pick up that 1st down and stay in bounds as well. The Garber Dukes had him a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Could not wrap and finish.
Looked like Renke in on the tackle for Garber, you know. And again, Buckner's been like that all night, Jeff. He's just an elusive type runner, but he's always got that vision downfield. He's always looking to make plays, and that was a big one right there for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
They ruled that he was out of bounds, so that is a little bit of a break for Garber that clock doesn't start on the ready for play. Handoff up the middle. The fullback gets stuffed after a gain of a couple of yards, but the Blue Jays are just dominating the time of possession in this football game.
Carrying the ball that time for the Blue Jays was Travis Cochran, a junior. A lot of young players on the both these teams, Jeff, Garber and the Shepherd Blue Jays. But, again, gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8, 4:30 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, and the cupboard's not bare for this John Glenn team. I did their the Garber team. I did their 8th grade team last year, and they were unstoppable for the year.
There you go.
Buckner is going to get caught behind the line, and he flips that ball forward, and that was a legal reception. There was a running back in the neighborhood, and they are looking right now to say, man, you know what, tell me the number on that kid that got the ball. He is a legit running back, and so
I thought it was number 34, Travis Cochran again, Jeff, for the Blue Jays. But again, Buckner doing a nice job throwing the ball to the running back, and they lost some yardage, so it's going to be 3rd down and 11 for the Blue Jays right at the Garber 35-yard line.
They have got 8 seniors on this Blue Jay team out of the entire roster, so they're going to return a ton of players to next year's game, and they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. 3rd down and 11. Buckner's going to throw that ball downfield. He's got an open receiver, but that ball was thrown 5 yards out of bounds and is incomplete. Clock will stop now. It'll be 4th down and 11. What do we got, a little hanky here at the end?
Haven't seen too many hankies, but we got one now.
Boy, is it going to be 4th down and 11, or do you go with a 3rd down and about 23?
3rd down and 23.
You're going to push him back.
Way back.
That reminds me of a cheer.
Push him back. Push him back.
Way back. Oh, Gwiz, I can see you with the pom-poms making that happen, brother.
Yeah. During the Powder Puff game.
Yes, indeed. 3rd down and a whole bunch of real estate as the Garber Dukes are going to get caught with 12 men on the field, and the Shepherd Blue Jays, realizing it, are going to have an extra free down with 5 yards of real estate. It's the Garber Dukes, and they made it pretty obvious that 12th player trying to race off the field got nowhere near the sideline prior to the snap.
Yeah, I did not see him, Jeff. I was looking in the backfield, so I did not see him running off. But, that's 5 yards, so it'll make it 3rd down and 23 to go for the Shepherd Blue Jays. And again, another tough break for the Garber Dukes. 3 minutes and 24 seconds exactly to go here in the third quarter.
And that one did not get caught prior to the snap. That's a 15 and not a 5. So you go from 3rd down and 23 back to 3rd down and manageable. That makes you go, okay, if you had gone with 4th and 11, what could have transpired? But if they still had 12 on the field, that would have been a 1st down. But, boy, just another uncharacteristic mistake coming from this Garber team, not getting the proper personnel rotated, and that just has to do with communication when you're coming in and out. Buckner back again. He's got time to throw the football. He gets trapped in the backfield, and that's the way you make up for it on defense. Van Sumeren and others in there in a hurry to slam the door.
Also in there was number 40, Ben Davis for the Garber Dukes. Going to be 4th down and long. We'll probably call it 4th and 14. And 3 minutes exactly to go here in the third quarter.
Boy, if I'm Shepherd, there's no question. I'm going to kick this ball down. No, I'm going to kick it.
I think he's going for it.
Looks like they're going to try and go for it, but the way your defense is playing, I get Garber down there and make them 90 yards away from pay dirt and make them have to earn every yard of real estate that they can. But that goes to show what I know as the
Buckner's a good athlete. He might quick kick it, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either. He's back to pass. The pressure's coming. He's going to get the door slammed. No, he's going to get away from pressure. Now he throws that ball downfield, and it is caught for a 1st down by the Shepherd Blue Jays, and Buckner was caught in the backfield and was able to squirm away. He threw a wounded duck for a 1st down.
No, that was incomplete.
They did give it incomplete. Okay, I did not see that initial signal. That's a huge break for the Garber Dukes, but, man, they had a couple opportunities to wrap him up around the 43, 44-yard line. And but the Garber Dukes will get their hands back on the ball, and instant offense is the order of business.
Yeah, I was watching Larry Jacobs, Jeff, the umpire, and he was all over it, and he made that incomplete call. So a big break for the Garber Dukes.
But I'll tell you, another play, though, where Buckner extends the play as they go with a little slot pass. Great job by number 3, Seagraves, as he picks up almost 15 yards down to the 47-yard line of Shepherd, with still 2:20 left in our third quarter. They've been looking to connect on that all night long, and that's one of the few times it's worked. Hurry-up offense right now with trips to the near side of the field. They're going empty in the backfield. They're going down the middle of the field. Another nice catch that time by Yapich, as Japic gets it down to the 32-yard line, and they move the sticks again. And this is the first semblance of a drive that you've seen from this quick strike offense tonight.
Nice job by Schimmel right there, Jeff, on the pass. Good catch. Japic hit him right on the hands, and
good timing.
Little yak right there, too, also for the first down.
Yep, great timing on those passes, and a little bit of yards after the catch, as you just said. Schimmel's going to try and slide it upfield, and he picks up about 2 yards before he is brought down defensively by Eisenhoff. I'll tell you, Eisenhoff with a nice tackle, because it looked like Schimmel was going to be able to run for a long ways.
Eisenhoff's had a nice game tonight for the Shepherd Blue Jays, Jeff. Clock is running. We got $1:42 to go in the third quarter.
Still time for 3 scores in this football game, but the Garber Dukes cannot squander this drive. They've got to find points. Schimmel back, just a 3-step drop. What a great pass right into the hands of a wide receiver, open down to the 20-yard line, and that is Japic again.
That'll stop the clock, Jeff, on the first down. They're going to move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes at the Shepherd Blue Jay 20-yard line. And a nice job by Schimmel getting it out there to Manny, and good catch, good hands, and good concentration.
I would not be shocked if Coach Coquillard called 2 plays from the sideline. If we don't get a first down on this, right back up, this is what I want to run after that. Schimmel back again. He takes a 3-step drop. He goes downfield. He's got an open receiver. That's Denham down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's going to move the sticks again.
First and goal.
It'll be first down and goal to go for the Garber Dukes, as Schimmel's really in a great rhythm right now.
Man, how big is it if they put it in? We got $1:04 to go here in the third quarter, Jeff. Clock is going to start on the referee. It is running. We're under a minute. Schimmel's going to bring the play in, but a big opportunity right here for the Garber Dukes.
Yeah, and this ball game's still a long ways away from being over. But they've got to hit pay dirt here. Schimmel again, empty backfield. He's rolling for his life, comes back across the grain into the middle of the field. Is that ball caught? It's in the end zone. It's a Garber Duke touchdown. What a great pass. I'll tell you, late across the middle into double coverage. That one is one that takes a little bit of courage to throw, but it was complete.
A little gumption to throw that ball right there, but a great catch. How big is that score right there here with 37.5 ticks to go in the third quarter?
I believe they got to go for 2.
Yep.
So we'll find out if that's in fact what they do, but I believe, they're going to send Schimmel back out on the field. Van Sumeren went back in with a couple of other players, so let's see what they've got up their sleeve here for a 2-point play with the score 18-6.
Huge.
Oh, look at this.
I think
send it up so that they can potentially run a play. As they're going to try and roll it to the near side of the field. A couple of tackles broken and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion was Japic. Time out of the field now with 37.5 ticks left in the third quarter. It's 18-8. Garber inching their way back into the game. Back in a moment.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Guazdala. The Garber Dukes with an opportunity to get back into this ball game.
Big score.
Have just made things happen. as they're going to kick off right now. Probably send it deep, hoping that their defense can come up with another big play and another great kick. And the all-here team individual picks it up. Sawyer Travis. Travis is trapped back at the 25-yard line. I don't know if Shepherd knows what to do with the ball this deep in their own end of the field.
I was just about to say the same thing. This is new territory. They're about 15 yards short where they've normally been starting all night.
They're hoping for a big play just so they can get to their normal starting position. But this is another opportunity again.
Right.
You've got to come up with a big stop defensively where you can shift the field, get the ball back in the start of the fourth quarter, because if they run this ball, that will end the third quarter of play with this run.
Man, they got 11 guys within 5 yards of the football, Jeff.
And about a 4-yard gain out almost to the 30-yard line. As they're under 25 seconds right now, and they will not need to run another play, and I would be shocked if they get anything off. They're going to call the team over. I don't even think they're going to stay out on the field. It's just with about 18 seconds left, they're even going to do that. So that will, in essence, end our third quarter of play. We'll be back for the final 12 minutes right after this on Bay County TV.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doden, Mike Wisdala, 2nd down and 4. The Garber defense stiffens at the line of scrimmage. And a great defensive play that time. Looks like Garber Duke's number 14, Reinke, with a big stop and a yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and about 6 yards to go for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
Got to give some love to the Essexville Garber press box team. Tommy Green, Adam Jakubiak, Justin the Juice Sivek, and the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only,
Monsignor
Dr. Bill Harris.
Ooh, we are amongst royalty up here.
I'll tell you what.
With that foursome.
Fumble.
As they try a little pitch pass forward, that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, boy.
And that's a huge play for Garber because it stops the clock, and it's a 3-and-out.
That's right. That's right. I thought he caught it and took a couple steps, Jeff. I missed that. So incomplete pass, but great call on the incomplete pass, stops the clock, and they're going to have to punt it away for the first time tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
How about Uncle Mo starting to swing here?
Where he's going towards Garber, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, now we got a penalty flag.
There's a flag on the play.
Is this going to be illegal participation and a 5-yard penalty, making it 4th and 1? Yep. A legal substitution on the defense. 12 men on the field, I believe. Let's count them up here quick, Gwiz. 2, 4, 7. They're moving around too much for me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they must have broke huddle with 12.
Is this going to change their too deep in their own in their own part of the field, Jeff? Well, yeah, kick it away. Way Garber's that last drive. You got to kick it away.
Yep.
Good call.
And there's nobody back, as they certainly did not want the opportunity for a run there. So they're going to just still get great field position at about the 42-yard line.
That thing just died.
Looked like one of your wedges out there at the Bay County course, Gwiz. So again, with momentum, just having that quick strike offense effective on the last series. And it was just those little quick slants and skinny posts that gave them the 10, 12 yards of real estate. Let's see now if they're able to continue that.
Yeah, and didn't give the Shepherd Blue Jays an opportunity to set up defensively and make any changes personnel-wise, Jeff. Garber looked awful good in that hurry-up type offense.
Again, they go empty in the back, and they're coming out here on the near side of the field to McFarland. McFarland picks up about 6 yards of real estate and scampers out of bounds to save the valuable time on the clock as the all-hair team Sawyer Travis with the push out of bounds.
Well, and Seagrave's nice block on that screen right there, Jeff. You know, not a pancake, but just enough to hold up the defensive player from Shepherd. Good gain on first down.
11:03 left in the ball game. Shepherd coming again as they go right down the slot, and Seagraves was trying to run before he had it, and he had an extra 10 yards of real estate before he would have touched the Blue Jay.
That play's been there all night long, Jeff. Schimmel did a nice job, put it right on the numbers, just took a little peek before he caught the football, and it doesn't take much. Just take that eye off of it. But you know what? That play's there. You got to put it in the rearview mirror and come up with a big play here on third down.
And as you said, let's go right back to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wants to make amends for it. As they're coming with a 6-man rush again, right over the middle of the field. The pass was intended for Jopic, and he could not hang on. That one hit him in the hands as well.
Again, Jopic, a nice route right there. That would have been a first down, but Coach Coquillard says we're going to go for it right here on 4th down and 3. Ball at the Garber 49-yard line.
Boy, you go empty, but, you know, with Schimmel, with only a 4-man rush, you got to think about maybe a little quarterback draw here. Trying to roll to the outside. They're going for the big one downfield, and that ball is overthrown, intended for Jacob Denham. And I'm going to tell you, penalty flag down on the field. Where is that flag at?
Oh, right on the 40-yard line, straight in front of us.
Well, when it's in the defensive backfield, that's a good sign for the offense. See if you got a little hold on the defense.
Yep.
Against Shepherd.
And that will give them at least the yardage they need for the first down and more. The first huge penalty break tonight for the Garber Dukes.
Yep, I was just thinking the same thing,
Jeff.
No. Yeah.
I'm on your page tonight,
Liz? Oh, yeah.
There's hope for me
look at the great minds up here. But there's there's
a lot of pressure on us to be
Curly,
around
Larry,
this
Moe, and Shemp, and you and I. Those are a bunch of doctorates up here.
Oh, I want to tell you. A lot of knuckleheads in this neighborhood.
Sometimes you got to throw it up there and hopefully hope for the best, and that's exactly what happened.
Again, with that trips to the wide side of the field, Shepherd's only going to come with 4 now. Right back across the middle for a close to a 10-yard gain. And they're going to call it right at that first down marker. Nope, they're going to say second down and about football and a half length for the first down.
Yeah, Shukade in on the tackle, but Manny did a nice job. Number 9, Jopic, looked it right in. Jeff knew he was going to get hit, went down, got a big gain, second down and short for the Dukes.
And when you run that pattern, you know you're going to take a hit. You might as well catch the ball because you're going to get hit regardless. Schimmel to the outside right now, and he had Jopic out there and just overthrew it. Late defensive pressure from the left side defensive end might have caused him to throw that ball a split second before he wanted to.
But I'll tell you what, when was that Jopic out there,
yes.
or was that somebody else, Jopic? But on the near sidelines, you had Denham going about 15 and coming back. So if he didn't like it to Jopic, he could have threw it to Denham. But got to remember, Denham, that play's setting up a couple plays down the line.
Boy, and they're certainly going to look at that, and they may run that same trips to the wide side of the field and come back with that route to Denham. We'll find out. 3rd down and 1. First down and more for Schimmel as he cuts back across the grade, down to the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. Schimmel saw a little seam, and a great job by the offensive line to open him up a big hole, big truck hole.
I haven't seen that all night long, Jeff. Schimmel did a nice job. Good call right there. What a big first down for the Garber Dukes right at the 15-yard line.
Well, Coach Coquillard certainly says the defense is going to be pinning their ears back coming after us, and he had the right timing on that play. Nice job by Schimmel as he's coming up the field again. He's going to come forward, and he gets banged at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to roll forward for maybe a couple down to the 12. But I'll tell you what, he took a solid hit there.
Whoa, that number 55 for the Shepherd Blue Jays. Dan Sickles, nice job by that young man, but a good gain on the play, gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for the Garber Dukes, 9:25 and counting to go in the football game.
A defensive substitution for the Shepherd Blue Jays into the ball game. They've got their run-stopping nose guard into the game right now.
Jacob Hahn, the senior nose tackle.
Space Eater is he out there. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, he's a big fella.
That gentleman's got to go 300 pounds. And we're going to have timeout on the field. Garber Dukes, they're going to talk things over. They might be not wanting to run another one of those quarterback draws real soon. We're going to take a quick break and be back for the final 9:04 of this ball game in just a moment on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back here on Bay County TV, with Garber taking a timeout, Schimmel can come back legally into the ballgame. That's the only way. You don't have to take a play off, and he looks like he shook the webs out, and
he's come back in.
The bells of St. Anne aren't ringing anymore.
The Garber band have done what I did back in high school.
They don't care.
The suicide trombone.
As Schimmel's out there, he throws that ball over the middle.
Boy.
And I'm going to tell you what, if Joppish got that ball, the safety was lining him up. And Schimmel tossed that ball away. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 yards to go right now.
Trevor Robinson from Shepherd was going for the tackle, and he just was getting ready to do that, Jeff, and that went right over the top of his head. 3rd down and 7, 9 minutes exactly to go in the football game.
I think if that safety is on a beat for the football and not the receiver, it would have been a pick 6.
Yep, and he knew it too.
Yep. 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Obviously 4-down territory for the Garber Dukes. As they run trips to the wide side, I think they're going to be looking skinny post again. Schimmel comes, and the timing of that play was thrown off. I don't know that he had an intended run, but I knew he had no other choice but to pick that up and try and get what he could offensively out of it.
Eiserhoff again on the tackle for the Shepherd Blue Jays. They lost a little bit there, Jeff. 4th down and 7 for the Garber Dukes. Clock is running with 6:35 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Boy, and again, this is, you pick up your keys and tell me what this is. This is a Village Towing key play of the ball game, as they are going to have to come up with a monster 8-yard or more play to see if they can either get the 1st down or get into the end zone. Schimmel's back. He's got time to throw the football. He's throwing that deep on the outside, and Jake Dedham goes up into the end zone with a catch. It's a Garber Duke touchdown. What a nice throw and catch. Denham went up and picked that thing up out of the sky. Looked like it was going to be overthrown. Jacob says, oh no, my PF Flyers are on. I'm going to elevate here and come down with a big touchdown grab.
Now you're really showing your age with your PF Flyers.
Oh, Lordy. We're going back a day or two. Big 2-point conversion coming up here for the Garber Dukes. If they get this, they're a field goal away from the lead in the ball game. And they're going to run that to the outside. And that was a skip pass, and it was thrown forward, so it's incomplete. We've got time out of the field with 8 and 10 left in the ball game. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Where did this rash come from?
Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs.
Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
All right, as the Garber Duke cheerleaders are awful excited right now. They got something to get excited about, Mike.
They certainly do, Jeff. Duke's right back in this ballgame. Couple thank yous to our sponsors. How about our friends from Village Towing, AAA Transport, Covenant Healthcare, and also our good friends from Shirts, Mugs, and More, custom screen printing, custom embroidery, right there on Sherman Road in beautiful Essexville, Michigan.
Oh, yes. There's going to be a high, deep end over-end kick, and that fools the return team. Having to go all the way back is Sawyer Travis to his own 2-yard line, banging off people. The pinball wizard stopped at the 13-yard line, and they have just gone back at a late penalty flag on the field.
There is a flag on the play.
We'll have to wait and see what we've got here from our head linesman.
Also, a big thanks, Jeff, to the Garber Athletic Association. Chris Fort and the gang helping us out, jumping on board again this year, and we greatly appreciate them helping us. What a great group that Garber Athletic Association is.
Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct, personal foul against the Shepherd Blue Jays. They're going to back them up to about the 7-yard line. And if they thought they were rough in the 25 and in the 15 here in the last couple of series, they're back right now with Buckner's heels are going to be on the goal line.
Well, and you can just see how this game has changed, Jeff, in the end of the third quarter until right now. It's all Garber right now.
As the handoff goes to the only back in the backfield who might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage if he was lucky.
Buckner on the carry, 66.
As Buckner made the run again, and Daly,
Daly's
amongst
had a nice
others,
game
on the defense.
Daly's had a wonderful football game tonight for the Garber Dukes. A lot of time left, but I don't think, Jeff, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the Garber Dukes have any timeouts left. I think they have one left.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a big timeout that they got to hold on to, but there's a lot of football to be played right now.
Well, and the band had to just shut it down before the start of the play. They're coming with an all-out blitz around the outside. Van Sumeren with a big-time tackle in the backfield at the 3-yard line. As the Shepherd Blue Jays right now are shaking their head, Mike, not knowing that anything that worked early is happening for them right now positively.
Mason Eiserhoff has had a really nice game tonight, Jeff. A lot of positive yards, nothing there. Van Sumeren with a big tackle, 3rd down and 12 for the Shepherd Blue Jays. Huge play right here for Essexville Garber.
Van Sumeren obviously comes from great stock, but when you've got freshmen out there making plays like that, that is just phenomenal. He's the rush end here on the near side of the field. We'll find out again what happens here on an obvious passing situation. Buckner, I think, is going to just try and run out of the end zone as he turns around the corner. He's going to pass that thing forward for about a 3-yard gain. It's ruled incomplete, and another penalty flag. Holy cow, we got 40 yards of height on that flag.
14 ranking, get something done.
As we're going to have the head linesman head over and talk to the referee about what he saw on the field. The Garber Dukes aren't moving backwards, so they're hoping that it's against the Blue Jays, and they'll decline that penalty and make it 4th and 12 on sportsmanlike conduct against the Garber Dukes.
Wow.
And that's got to be a verbiage thing. There was nothing physical there.
No, he just dropped the football.
If you defensively make a situation like that happen where you are giving them a fresh set of downs with that, boy, you have just got to discipline yourself and shut your trap and go back and say, guess what? It's 3 and out. They're punting the football. We're going to get our hands back on it. Now the Blue Jays with a fresh set of downs and a chance to take another huge chunk of clock. That's, I think, the 3rd time tonight on 3rd down that one of those penalties has bit the Duke defense.
And that goes all the way out to the 20. And again, the 1st down for the Shepherd Blue Jays, Jeff. They're going to start the clock. 6:29 and then counting on the snap for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
And again, the Garber defense
solid
stymies them at the line of scrimmage, but they're going to take another 2.5 minutes off of the clock, even if they go 3 and out here.
No gain on the play. In on the tackle, Quillard for the Garber Duke. Clock is running. He's had a nice football game tonight.
Yep, we have certainly called his name a ton tonight. But the defense right now has really got to have a 3 and out. on this series if they're going to have any time left in this ball game to come back down the field.
And Buckner's just going to look at the back judge, Jeff, and do his thing.
And that's a great move for a junior. He had no intention of throwing that football.
I think he burped it up there a little bit.
He was trapped in the backfield at least, and he's back to the 18-yard line. So the Garber defense is stiffened up again. It's going to be 3rd down and double sticks again, 3rd and 12 yards to go.
They're going to just take their time. 5:28 to go here in the football game. 18-14, Garber down to the Shepherd Blue Jays. And again, Buckner's just going to take his time. And then when he gets up to the line of scrimmage or from that shotgun, he'll take a look at the back judge. And when he puts his hands up, there's 10 seconds. His hands up. When he does the chop, he's going to start doing 5. And there it is right there.
3, 2, and Buckner gets it off with just under 2 seconds left. He's going to throw one out in the flats. It's complete, but it will be complete for nope. They're going to call it incomplete, which is a huge break for the Garber Dukes. Again, it stops the clock. I'd say to all my teammates, shut your mouth, get off the field. We're going to have our hands back on the football.
Yeah, they're going to have good field position too, Jeff. The wind is look at Old Glory down there in the north end zone. It's got a little bit of a blow, but it's not blowing like it did at the beginning of the game. So Garber's going to come away with good field position.
Around dusk, it really calmed down, and Garber might get the ball at midfield or better here. There's a real short kick.
It's going to take a good bounce.
Garber says, I'm just going to get away from that, and it's hit at the 45-yard line. Dave Patriga with a nice job being right on top of that. Says it'll be 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes. 1 timeout left and 4:50, so they don't have to go hurry up.
Eternity.
They just have to get that ball in the end zone.
4.5 minutes, 4:50 is an eternity on a football field, Jeff.
That is a lot of time, certainly when you've only got 55 yards to hit pay dirt.
Well, everything in this end of the 3rd quarter and the 4th has been going Garber's way, so I like where they're playing right now.
Boy, and they continue to go empty in the backfield, but the Blue Jays have not blitzed. They have just come with that straight 4-man rush. Cutting to the outside, now a pass downfield, and it is complete. Down to the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, into the end zone. It's a Garber Duke
touchdown! Dylan McFarlane is the recipient of that great pass from Schimmel, Jeff. He took it all the way for a Garber touchdown. Wow.
Wowie, wow, indeed. 55 yards on 1st down.
Just over the outstretched arms of the Shepherd defender. And what a great catch. He took that off his kneecaps right there, Jeff, and outran the defender.
Well, I'll tell you, the defender made the mistake of trying to tip the ball away. And so by the time he regained and came down and got his footing, that certainly allowed McFarlane to come with the full steam and get into the end zone. As again, they're going to look at a hook and ladder play. They're going to send that out on the outside. It's complete. A nice tuck back to the inside by number 15. Christie gets into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Time out of the field now with 4:39 left in the ball game. Don't look now, but the Garber Dukes with 22 unanswered points. Back into this football game. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Jared Doan outside, along with Nick Page. Natalie Doan comes back to the cozy confines of the press box to produce and direct the second half, as it has been all Garber Dukes here in the second half.
End of the 3rd quarter and all so far the 4th quarter, Jeff. Essexville Garber has done a tremendous job getting back in this football game.
Boy, I'll tell you, that ball rolling around on the field, just picking it up prior to getting steamrolled. The Shepherd Blue Jays number 11, Joey Lynch, man, I'll tell you, he waits another split second to get that, and Joey gets jumbled.
Joey.
He goes, why did I have to catch that? He got steamrolled at the end, but they're going to have possession at their 26-yard line.
Better.
Game's sitting right now in the hands of the Garber Duke defense, who's played a great second half other than one untimely penalty for an unsportsmanlike conduct. Now they just got to come up with 3 plays in this ball game, and they're going to come away with a homecoming victory. Buckner trying to get downfield. He throws that little thing out, and it's going to be complete for just a 3-yard gain on the play. And I'll tell you, Buckner does a great job, of extending that play.
Boy, nice tackle by number 8, Camden Fisher. Was out there all on an island by himself, Jeff. That was a big tackle. Gave a 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7 for the Shepherd Blue Jays. Clock running, 4:10 to go in the 4th quarter.
Again, Buckner with a single back. He's got twins to the far side of the field. Looks like they're going to come with pressure, the Garber Dukes. Little jailbreak screen right up the middle, short of the first down. The ball's on the ground. And it looks like we may have the Garber Dukes with their hands on a football. Larry Jacobs confirms our suspicions, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Garber Dukes.
Big tackle right there. Number 40, Ben Davis, picking up that fumble. Opportunistic Garber Dukes right now, 22-18. Man, what a nice, solid tackle by the I didn't see who hit him, but Ben Davis was all over that football.
A tackle and a strip of the football allowed Davis to clamp down on that ball.
Man, I'll tell you what, have things turned here in the late 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter for the Garber Dukes. It's like a whole different team out there right now, Jeff.
They are bringing a couple of folks out on the field, and Schimmel goes out as they're trying to make sure they've got the right personnel on the field. As they'll get them out. And boy, they're really shuffling bodies. Do they have too many out in the field? They may have one too many. Nope, apparently they just have 11. Breidenbach gets the ball as he goes forward for about 4 yards on the play.
That's a nice gain on 1st down right there, Jeff. 3:45-46 to go.
Shepherd's going to call a timeout. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Welcome back here to the final 3:46 of the ball game. 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Garber with that little power eye. And they're going to try a pass to the outside. Wide open down the field. 4-3-2-1-0 into the end zone is number 14 on the play. Reinke. It's an Essexville Garber Duke
touchdown! What a great call.
Oh, Coach Willard.
He went deep.
Says they're going to come and they're going to stack up against the run. Let's do a little play-action pass. And, Reinke sitting down there. He caught that thing and he clamped onto that thing, stuffed a little air out of that football, and scampered untouched into the end zone.
There wasn't a white jersey within 10 yards of Reinke right there, Jeff. Well-executed play. Schimmel took his time, put it right on the money, 28-18.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players from Shepherd with their hands on their hips right now, and they don't know what just hit them.
Yeah, and they could be a little tuckered out, too.
They might be gassed as they try and come to the outside. Breidenbach cuts back across the grain. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Timeout on the field, and what a difference a half of football makes. The Garber Dukes on top, 30-18. Back for the final 3:38 in just a moment on BCTV.
My name is Tom Izzo, the men's basketball coach at MSU. The threat of school violence is something that affects everyone and needs to be taken seriously. OK to Say is a confidential way you can report anything that threatens your safety or the safety of others. If you see or hear something that doesn't seem right, submit a tip to OK to Say. You can call, text, email, go online, or use the OK to Say app. You could be the one person who helps to prevent a tragedy.
All right, we're going to have a quick stoppage of play. The Garber Duke flag went to the other side of the field, and the officiating crew says, we are not going to have you over here making trouble. So they got that happening, and the ball's down on the ground. And the 26-yard line is where that ball is jumped on. It looks like Joey Lynch got on that ball just prior to the Garber Dukes again, and that little squib kick has really paid dividends
Yes,
in the second
has.
half. That ball has had some funny bounces.
Joey's been pretty good at picking up that football, Jeff. Officially, we've got some stats from the Juice over here next to me. Fisher, 13 tackles. Van Sumeren, 15 tackles, 2 for losses, and 1 sack.
For the freshman.
For the freshman. Great game.
Buckner trying to come forward right now, and you'll let him run out of bounds. And he gets back not even to the line of scrimmage. And the prevent defense right now for the Garber Dukes are going to keep everything in front of them.
Yeah, Justin Sivak, the stat person for the keeper for the Essexville Garber Dukes, sitting right to my right, gave me those stats, so greatly appreciated.
Well, that was hot off the press.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that was so hot, the ink was still wet.
Has Buckner back again. He's going to pump fake. He's going to throw. It's picked off. And the Essexville Garber Dukes are going to scamper into the end zone again. It's coming. It's raining. It's pouring. The old man is snoring right now as the Garber Dukes come away with a pick 6 to put a little icing on the cake.
I'll tell you what, Eric Fernier just read that quarterback's eyes. It was like he was in the huddle when he took that interception. He scampered all the way down. 36 unanswered points by the Essexville Garber Dukes. Ooh, Grandy, you left your rocker, but you came back for that big rally by the Essexville Garber Dukes.
She left her chair to bar the door.
She had to go get her choppers is what she had to do.
She says, bring me a snack after all this excitement, as the Garber Dukes have just had an incredible second half of football.
Incredible. 18 minutes of Garber football at its best.
It is unbelievable, as they will go conventional for the 2-point conversion. Jopic goes in. He's into the end zone again. The Shepherd Blue Jays, Mike, don't even know what has just hit them in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
I mean, they are just shocked at the way this thing is going.
We'll take another break as the wow factor continues here from Ed Harvey Football Stadium, home of the Garber Dukes, in just a moment on Bay County TV.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders.
And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
As we look at Benny V down on the field right now, as he's hoping to hear that Michigan fight song playing a whole lot tomorrow. And boy, that freshman has had some great meaningful snaps on kickoff teams and stuff. It is just great to see that young man putting his footprints in the Michigan football program.
He has definitely made an impact down there in Ann Arbor.
There's another big wild tick. Joey says, I'm going to get Davis at the 31-yard line. Davis brings him right down. And we are going to have a 1st and 10 for the Shepherd Blue Jays.
You know, Jeff, and one of the common denominators about the Blue Jays at that about 6 minutes ago in the third quarter and to this point, the field position for the Blue Jays has not been great like it was in the first half. Average 40 to 45-yard line. Now it's been the 30, it's been the 25, it's been down to the 10. So that has had an effect on the Blue Jays where they started.
They flipped the field.
They sure did.
In the last 18 minutes of this game.
Absolutely.
As a late substitute coming in, they've got a right tackle that's going to be tough to get around. He's a big fella. And so they think we'll blitz from the left-hand side. Van Sumeren on contain. We've got a penalty flags flowing.
New quarterback, number 14 for Ethan Deming in the Wildcat position right there, Jeff. But flag on the play brought down by number 50. It was Archek.
2 yellow hankies on the field. Both the 3 of them and the head linesman.
And nice little pile right there.
I tell you what.
Do a little group wash.
Get the Tide stick out and be able to get 3 chunks in one.
They haven't been out tonight, so Mama's going to be happy when the fellas get home. They haven't thrown that a lot, so Mama's not going to have to do a lot of wash tonight.
Holding on the offense, unsportsmanlike face mask, on the defense, penalties offset, replay the down.
Well, that was a lot of work for Joe right there to call that penalty.
He had it all down pat.
He's got great mechanics, though.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He and I go back to 1980 at Thomas Lincoln Handy when I started doing the PA, and he started doing the scoreboard.
You are an old coot.
I'm just glad I can remember back to 1980. Don't remember what I had for supper or why I walked in the kitchen last, but I can remember back 40-plus years. As that passes in and out of the hands of Sawyer Travis. He's one kid I don't need to look down and find his number on.
You know all about him. You know all about him. Stops the clock at 3:05. 38-18. Garber with the lead.
38 unanswered points here in the last 18 minutes of the football. Actually, right now, that last 15 minutes of football.
No matter how you spell it, frontwards or backwards, it's still wow.
It's the wow factor. Trying to move downfield. It is Sawyer again, and Travis gets up about another 8 yards as Fisher with his 14th tackle of the night.
Yeah, Fisher's had a very nice football game tonight, Jeff, from that defensive back position. You know, he's playing safety, so when you're getting 14 tackles from your safety position, you're coming up and doing some nice things.
You don't like your safety to be your second leading tackler, though, in the football game, but they have done a lot of passing tonight. As that pass is complete, and they got a penalty flag down, and you know that's the center or two guards with a major hold on somebody.
Yep. Larry Jacobs is explaining to the young man what he did, and, you know, the young man said, yeah, he kind of shook his head and said, yeah, I get it.
Yep.
I did it. So nice job by Larry, and he's explaining to the Shepherd coaching staff. Of course, you know, coaches are never happy.
No, and the coaches didn't see that happen.
No.
But, again, I just think that whole Shepherd team is reeling, Mike. You know,
yeah, they're shocked.
They just don't know what hit them. It happened so quick. They were totally in control of this game, up 18-0, and that fumble really turned the ball game around.
Yeah, 18.
Davis pounced on that ball, and ever since then it's been all Dukes.
It's been 16 minutes of scoring for the Garber Dukes.
As they try to come downfield, a little quick pump fake, trying to get that ball out and around. There is nothing going on. As the defense led by Clausen, number 17, as well as number 14 on the play, Reinke, have absolutely flipped them down, and it is going to be 4th down and 11 yards to go. And do we have a timeout here, or are they just continuing to let the clock roll?
Yeah, the clock's still running.
Wow. Yeah, the way the Garber Dukes gathered over here, I thought there was a timeout on the field.
No, I think they were talking about where they're going after the football game.
Well, they're going to go someplace and celebrate.
Yes,
and they're going to
are.
have some fun tomorrow. Let's see if we can't cap this 4th down off with a Van Sumeren sack. As he'll quickly get around that right tackle, he comes in. Nice job, and the ball's picked off by Fisher. Fisher's going to go down at the 42-yard line, and he says, oh, icing on the cake, 14 tackles plus an interception. I'd say that's a pretty good day at the office.
Yeah, just another day at the office for that young man, Jeff. $1:23 to go in the football game, and it is going to be a happy homecoming victory for the Essexville Garber Dukes. What a tremendous comeback for the Garber.
And they got to go victory formation here.
Yeah, me neither. But
I think they'll go down and take that knee.
Well, I tell you, you and I talked during the break. We've done a lot of football games in our day. Not sure if we saw anything like that within that 16 to 18-minute span of 38 points.
It was actually like 14 minutes of action as we're just getting down to a couple minutes now.
Right.
38 points in just over 14 minutes.
Crazy.
Unlike anything I've seen ever. Yeah. They're going to take a knee, and Shepherd is not going to be down this many. He's going to just let it go. As they're not even ready, they just now start the ready for play as we are down to $1:07 left. So they're going to have to snap the ball just 2 more times.
Yeah, you know what, Jeff? And you look at Garber, they're going to come out of this. They're going to go 4-4 going into that big game next week against the Bobcats from John Glenn. Man, I'll tell you what that's going to be a tremendous football game.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's just a shame that you have got Central and Western and John Glenn and Garber all on the same night, because would love to see both of those games. As the Garber Dukes will only have to snap that ball one last time, and they will be back to 500. And you look back, and they were still at 500 4 weeks into the season, but they had a rough stretch of 3 weeks in a row in Tri-Valley League, and they are not even going to make them have to snap that ball one more time, as with 8 seconds left, we're going to count it down. It's 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. That's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score in our ball game, the Garber Dukes 38 and the Shepherd Blue Jays 18. Back in a moment to put the wraps on this one on Bay County TV. Back with the post-game show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. A 14-minute stretch, give or take a few knots here in this second half. 38 unanswered points. I don't know that I've ever seen anything like that in all my days.
No, you know what, Jeff? We can go back and think about a lot of games that you and I have done from up north and locally. I don't think I've ever seen 38 points put up that quickly by a football team. And we talked about it during the game. That's the capability of this team, Essexville Garber. They have the ability to score a lot of points in a hurry, and they showed it tonight.
I still think one of the key moments in this ball game happened off the field, and that was the extended halftime. Gave Coach Coquillard and Coach Peterson and the whole group of people extra time to say, guys, we are so close out here. All we've got to do is shore this up and change this a little bit.
Yep.
We can beat this football team. And once they got that first break with that fumble in the second half, it was all systems go.
Yeah, it was Uncle Mo all went to the light blue jerseys tonight, Jeff. And you're right, that halftime talk is just, it was the little things that were killing them. They had some untimely penalties at some, bad times during the first half. But when they went in there, they got calmed down, and they got that points there in the third quarter real quick right there. They were a whole different football team, and defensively they stepped up, and then the offense was just clicking on all cylinders.
One thing that'll drive the coaches nuts, though, are those untimely penalties, especially 3 times during the ball game where you had situations where you had a 3rd and long, you were going to get off the field, and then you verbally do something on the field, and then you extend the series. You just cannot have that if you're going to be a successful football team.
I mean, and you got to be very careful. Sometimes, your temperament, the game gets the best of you, Jeff. So you just got to realize the time, down, distance, score, and all that stuff. But you know what? They overcame all those penalties, and they did a nice job and scored 38 straight points, and absolutely incredible. We knew they could do it. They've got that firepower. Schimmel did a nice job, Jeff. And when you look at this game, they had 21 yards rushing the football. Wow. 21 yards, but 219 passing. Jopic had 6 receptions for 65 yards, and McFarland had 2 for 62. So, that's where they made their money tonight, was in the receiving. And that defense really did step up. Offensive line did a nice job giving Schimmel time to pass the football. Defensive line did a nice job containing their guys, and the linebackers stepped up. How about Fisher? 14 tackles and an interception, and Van Sumeren 15 solo tackles, 2 for loss, and a quarterback sack.
Well, it was a tale of two halves.
Sure was.
Field position in the first half was all Blue Jays from Shepherd. In the second half, once the field position flipped, opportunities came, because when you score 38 points in a ball game and you look and you've got under 250 yards of offense, you've got good field position making that happen.
Yeah, and the Shepherd Blue Jays, we talked many times, they were at the 40 to 45 to start their drives all in the first half, and a little bit of the third quarter. Then all of a sudden it was the 25, it was the 15, it was the 30. They didn't have that opportunity opportunity in those 14, 16 minutes that we talked about. So, good coaching, some good play calling down the stretch by Coach Coquillard. The defense stepped up. They had to call a couple timeouts. The defensive coordinator for Essexville Garber was not a happy man, Coach Peterson, and he made his thoughts well known to his squad.
Well, they had to call two very tough timeouts early in the second half, which in a tight ball game could bite you, but they overcome. They persevere, they come up with a victory, and they set the stage now for what should be a very exciting week coming up to the John Glenn game.
Yeah, this is a type of game as a player and a coach you like to prep for it, Jeff. It's a big rivalry game. It's the last game of the year. John Glenn is probably not going to make the playoffs, but Essexville Garber has an opportunity to win this game, go 5-4, and possibly make the state playoffs. So, it's great preparation, and plus throw the rivalry on top of that. It's just a lot of fun.
Renewing a rivalry that has been void for too many years. We're glad that it's back. So much for Garber to play for. So much for John Glenn to get excited about trying to play the spoiler role.
Oh, absolutely. It's fun playing the spoiler. Throwing the monkey wrench into somebody's season, that's always a lot of fun. And you've got that 365-day factor. You can, whoever wins that football game can walk around town and say, hey, we won that football game. We'll see you in 365.
But I'll tell you what, man, it's sad because we look in week 9 already of the regular season. Football season has just gone El Pufo.
Well, it's gone quick like it always does, and we've got a big game. It's Bay City Central traveling out to the cornfield to take on the Western Warriors. And you know what? I've had an opportunity to coach in one of those games. It is special. Doesn't matter what the records are. There'll be a big crowd. Everybody will be out. There'll be a hard-hitting football game. And two great young coaches here in Bay County, and Chris Wirtz and Kevin Frederick.
Both trying to make their mark on it. So that about puts the wraps on this week. Another great job by the crew. Nick Page stepped up and headed outside in the cold to.
Well, he was up in the UP last week, so he's used to the cold.
This is probably a heat wave for him. So great time. We'll look forward to seeing you next week from the cornfield. Good night, all.
See you next week.